To point out some things in my belly, I love you, bitch. You are like my best friend, okay? She's a part of me. I love her. But, I would definitely like to slim her down a little bit. Just to slim her down a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
2, 3.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Fuck it.
You've probably seen this outfit already a couple times, but y'all know how I record. I jam it all into the weekend because that be the only time I got free time and I don't be like extremely tired or looking a mess to be recording myself, because that would be crazy. Okay, y'all see me without makeup. Y'all haven't seen me like exhausted and crazy looking. Catch me in a supermarket after work and that'll be the time. In this video, you can kind of tell by the title what I want to talk about. I know like a lot of things get trendy, a lot of things, start happening and everybody just gets on a wave and it just takes off into this crazy thing. Because I don't know, this decade, our generation, excuse me, let me fix my titties because they was doing some crazy stuff. Have your titty ever felt it folds a little? It folds, and then if you got piercing, the piercing just gets, and it just feels crazy. So yeah, that just happened and I gotta like pick them back up. Anyways, so with that being said, I always said that like the whole plus size thing, it's becoming more accepting and trendy to be plus size, which is cool. It's great. It's great to see people accepting people for just who they are, and all that stuff is great. It's great that clothing stores are making more sizes to be able to have more people come and feel comfortable shopping. And yeah, so everything is great. I'm all for the positivity and those waves and everything like that. I'm a plus size girl, so I really do appreciate it. But when some things become more of a trend than actually just like an actual change, it gets like a really weird, it's like a nice gray area that you can't really explain. So with that being said, I feel like there's a lot of plus size women who are just owning their shit. They're owning their shit. They're learning to also accept themselves, because not that they need the world's approval and acceptance to be able to approve and accept themselves, no, but it does make life a lot easier, and it does make it a lot easier to do when it's just the normal, because that's what it is. There's a lot of people that are plus size or that are a certain way and look a certain way, and when it becomes more of a normal thing, it just makes life a lot easier. But no, there's definitely a lot of plus size women who are doing their thing no matter what, no matter who says what or whatever. They inspire me. They inspire me to do what I do and feel good about myself. But there are definitely still times where I do feel down or I do feel a certain way about my body. There's a lot of things that not that I don't like about my body, but there's a lot of things that I do feel insecure about. There's a lot of things that I would like to change about the way I look, and I think that that's everybody, and I think that that's normal. Just to point out some things in my belly.
I love you, bitch. You are like my best friend, okay? She's a part of me. I love her.
But I would definitely like to slim her down a little bit, just to slim her down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my legs are. I don't show them much. I don't show them a lot. There was a time where
It's a hard time in my life.
where I was actually homeless. So I was homeless, and so we were just living out of a car. And when you do that, you just sit around a lot. And we were making money, really just like driving. We didn't have jobs at the time, so we were just kind of driving around making money and stuff. Being plus size already kind of makes, your body's under some kind of stress, because, the weight does make your body work a little bit harder. It does make things a little bit more difficult. So my legs are like the first thing I think to get big. My legs get big first. They do carry a lot of my weight actually, because I'm actually kind of smaller up here. I got some chunk here still. I do got some chunk, but it's kind of smaller up here. I'm actually even a bigger size down there than I am up here. So yeah, anyways, my ankles, huge. They got so swollen. And when I finally, I got a job, I ended up saving up everything that I possibly could. I got an apartment, so you know, I was going on a regular schedule. I was starting to walk around, maneuver a lot. Back then I was a CNA, so you know, always on my feet, always walking around. So you know, I was getting the exercise again, the movement that I needed, and you know, my ankles start to go down, but they went down and they were never the same. I think they were just so swollen for so long that they just like, so you know, when you lose weight and you kind of have saggy skin, not that my ankles sag, but they got discolored. They did get stretch marks down there that I never had before. They were just very upset with me because again, they were like swollen for 2 months straight. They never went down. No matter what I did, they never went down. I was just never up enough to be able to get them to go down. And then when they finally went down, it was kaput. So those are some of my biggest insecurities with being plus size. And again, I absolutely love me, okay? And I still obviously work on myself regularly. I still, you have to keep doing self-care and everything. But I think that's one of the most important things is self-care and loving yourself and trying to love yourself the way that you are, no matter what size or what you look like. Because if you're fat and then you lose weight, it doesn't mean that you're automatically gonna love yourself. If you're dark skinned and you try bleaching your skin, it doesn't mean that you're automatically gonna love yourself. If you're light skinned and you try to tan your skin to make yourself look darker, doesn't mean you're automatically gonna love yourself. If you have a flat chest and you get bigger, you have a flat butt and you try to get it bigger, little lips, you try to fill them. No matter what you do, it doesn't mean that these changes, just because you thought that they were what you want and you were gonna just love it no matter what, you can love it and you can love the way the work came out, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna love yourself anymore, and those insecurities are just gonna go away. So with that all being said, kind of went off on a tangent. The new wave now, because at first it was like plus size, everything, and then it became like these surgeries. First it started with the titties. The titties were everything. Then the butts were everything. Celebrities everybody had a big butt that looked exactly the same. Then the lips were the new wave with the whole Kylie Jenner thing. The lips were everything. You had to have big lips. And then all of a sudden, you were like, had to get these surgeries. What are they called? The gastric sleeve. Just all of those surgeries. And again, not knocking anybody who has gotten these surgeries. I've thought about getting the surgery a couple of times myself. I still think about getting the surgery. I don't know if it's gonna be the best thing or not for me. Nothing wrong with any of these surgeries. What I'm saying is that I think it is a good idea before getting these surgeries is to make sure that these are just things that you want to do because you just think it will just make things better. But it's not gonna be the make or break of who you are. You know what I'm saying? I hope that I explained that correctly, because I've been watching someone lately and she is a gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, in my eyes, a beautiful plus size woman. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's just so pretty. And I loved watching her videos, her Instagram, her everything. And this is what kind of made me want to talk about it. So I'm just watching her and she ends up getting the surgery. Again, very excited for her. I know it was a very emotional time. I know it took a lot for her to get to that point. And I was very, proud. I was supporting her, from this side of the camera. But just lately, she's been posting some things that just make it seem like the surgery and her being skinny is just gonna be the fix all. You know what I'm saying? Because, it just seems like this is gonna be the thing that's gonna fix everything. This is gonna be what's gonna make her amazing, beautiful, and healthy. Let's go ahead and point out right now that even if you get that surgery, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be healthy. Getting that surgery, there's a lot of things that go along with it. Again, it's not gonna fix all your problems, all your insecurities. A lot of things happen after that you still have to kind of deal with. And again, it doesn't automatically mean that you're gonna be the healthiest person on the world just because you're thin. There's some people in this world that are bigger and healthier than a person that you would see that's very skinny. You don't know what they're doing to their body. You don't know what they're intaking. You don't know what they're eating. You don't know what kind of drugs they're doing. You don't know anything. So just because you're big doesn't mean you're automatically unhealthy. And it doesn't mean that if you get skinny, you're automatically gonna be healthier. And I hope that she figures things out. I hope that everything works out for her. I hope that she's happy. I hope that she's healthier, and I wish nothing but good wishes. But it just made me point that out because I'm sure a lot of people do feel that way. I just don't agree with that. There was another girl that I follow actually on YouTube. I found her on YouTube when I was just watching some you know, clothing hauls for me. I was trying to see what looked cute on me. So I followed her. And she was also another gorgeous plus size woman. I'll probably have her YouTube on here. I absolutely love her. I started following, I subscribed to her channel because I saw a video of when she was plus size. And then when I actually went to see all the rest of her videos, she actually had the surgery and she was a lot smaller now, and I didn't know that. But she posted something on Instagram with like a before and after side by side. Her description on Instagram was, I think, everything that I'm trying to say in this video. Again, there's a lot of things that come after the surgery that you have to deal with. New insecurities you're probably gonna get with the skin that you get. You get a lot of excess skin. Even me, I feel like I would have a lot of excess skin, especially in my legs. My legs are pretty big, and my belly would probably be a big problem. So even though it's an insecurity now and it would be a lot smaller, it would still be an insecurity of mine. I already know this just because of I know how I am. So if it's hanging, if it's just SSN, I know that it would bother me as well. So again, when you think about getting these surgeries and you think about making any of these changes to your body, whatever surgeries or anything like that, just make sure that you're doing it from a good place, and you're not doing it to just fix your insecurities, because insecurities are something that are in the mind. Those are things that you have to fix on your own if you want to. So if you have insecurities and you want to go ahead and get rid of them, and you want to feel better about themselves, that's something that you have to do right now. No matter what you look like, no matter what size you are, even if you already did the surgery and you thought it was going to be better, you're finding out that it wasn't. Even if you did make any of those mistakes, fine, that's fine. Whatever, we all make mistakes, we all do that, but it's time to fix it now. Your self-love and your self-care is one of the most important changes that you have to make before any other changes can make you happy. So yes, if anybody is thinking about getting the surgery, I just say do your research. Make sure that you're mentally prepared for this. I know with the surgery, they actually put you through a psychiatric thing where you have to go through just to make sure that you're stable enough to do the surgery and you're mentally strong enough to deal with it. So I know that they do that, but again, just make sure that you're good within yourself. You always have to check with yourself first before you do anything, whether that's with surgery, a job, a relationship, anything. Always check with yourself and make sure that you're morally okay with you doing this, and you'll be okay after doing this. Okay? Okay? All right. I know it was kind of a long-winded thing, but I love all of you guys, and I want to make sure that all of you guys are okay. I am like, you know that friend that, always got you, okay? I always got you, okay? And if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you want to talk about this at all, go ahead and leave a comment. You guys already know that I look, like, and comment back to everything when I see it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because it's been something that was just on my mind, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So of course, if you like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and don't forget to share it. You never know who needs to hear these words. But of course, see So until next video, guys,